States at loggerheads over tax. Cholera outbreak in Nigeria. John Bellion and Burna Boy collaborating. This and more on Tegan.
Are you ready for Now we there. If you ready for fun, make you come here. Cause all night we ready to turn up. You know the matter no go turn.
Hey everyone, welcome to Tegan. On this Tuesday, we have some serious topics to talk about. Let's talk about this ongoing conversation that is still happening about fiscal federalism in Nigeria. Now, Nigeria is apparently going to lose 92 billion naira from states having the capacity and the means to collect their own taxes and not send it to the federal government. Now, when we look at Nigeria as a whole, when it comes to tax compliance, Nigeria lags behind its African counterparts. Nigeria lags behind Botswana, Nigeria lags behind South Africa, it lags behind even Ghana. So now, if we are going to talk about the abilities for states to collect taxes and to regulate their own tax structure and system within their own zone, we must also talk about the compliance nature for taxing. Now, with fiscal federalism, the idea is that states can collect their taxes, it promotes economic activity for the states, promotes economic growth for the states. But let's talk about the mechanism and the infrastructure at hand to do that. So yes, it's one thing that, FIRS takes taxes and there are different sides of the aisle, where do these taxes go to, how is it being spent? But it's also a different conversation now to say, let's take the FIRS out, the Federal Internal Revenue Service out, and let's see what states can do. So now there's no structure in play. Every state can do things on their own. Do we really want that as a people? So this is one of those things whereby it's a very objective conversation to have, because on paper it sounds nice. Yes, Kogi State, do what you need to do. Yes, Bayelsa State, do what you need to do as well. But let's really look at it with extreme detail and extreme caution. What happens when every state is collecting their own taxes? What happens to outcomes like education? What happens to outcomes like health? We can't regulate that. There isn't any federal backing whatsoever. So as we continue to have these conversations as to what can happen to our tax structure and what can happen to our whole fiscal nature as a country, let's see things from both sides of the aisle and let's really talk about the infrastructure in place. Let's talk about, can we have that capacity to know which companies are evading taxes and which companies we need to actually crack down on, and to what extent can we ensure that leadership, whether it's at the state level or even at the local level, can follow through. Because what we don't want as a country is to set ourselves back a couple of years, actually years back, because now taxes have been collected and there's nowhere we can actually see those taxes. Take for example here in Lagos, we know the Lekki toll gates, it's a tax collecting mechanism, it's supposed to be for the good and betterment for Lagos State. But now, I don't know how many of us can say, oh, we know that the taxes collected from the toll gates went to the actual development of Lagos, because we can read about it on paper, we can hear about it, but can we actually say that this is where each and every single naira of ours went towards? So as we continue to talk, let's be critical, but also let's be objective. Now, I implore everyone to be careful and to also be cautious when it comes to water right now in Nigeria, but also sanitation and hygiene. Cholera is literally on the rise in Nigeria. There's been a cholera outbreak in Nigeria. The Nigerian Center for Disease Control is trying to deploy resources and kits out there to Nigerian communities, because there are more than 2,000 plus cases of cholera right now, and the North actually is contributing to 98% of the cholera cases in the country. So as we deploy our resources, as we mobilize resources to our citizens and to communities, let us take our individual part and let us be careful with the water we drink. Let us, as often as possible, wash our hands with clean water and soap. There's also the COVID-19 pandemic as well. It's not gone. So please be cautious, be vigilant, and take care of yourself and take care of your loved ones. We'll be right back with a quick entertainment roundup on the latest things happening in the entertainment scene. Welcome back. So now let's talk about entertainment. Fans are super excited that the British artist John Bellion and Burna Boy are collaborating on something exciting, so we can't wait to see what they have in store for us. Also, now Wizkid won very, very big at the MTV Video Music Awards Brown Skin Girl with Beyonce. He won for Best Cinematography, so that's exciting. Also, speaking of music, Davido has a video and a song out with Adekunle Gold called, I think it's called High, so check that out as well. And also, Thames is dropping her new EP this Wednesday, so make sure you don't miss that. That's all we have for you. We'll see you next time on Tegan.
Are you ready for? Are you ready for? Are you ready for?